Okay. In our upcoming videos, you're going to see us talking about percent of change. And so I wanted to make sure you guys had a little bit of background information in regards to what percent of change is and why it's important. So what it is we're measuring how much something has increased or how much it's decreased, and we're comparing it to its original value. It's always going to be expressed as a percentage, and it's going to help us to understand some different changes in real life situations, which I'm going to explain to you guys about in just a second, and then also in our examples. So we could use it for discounts, which would be a percent of decrease. We could talk about temperature shifts. We could talk about business performance. So there's many different reasons as to why this is going to be important for us. Some of the key vocabulary that we're going to learn in this lesson is going to be percent of change. And again, that's just telling us how much something has increased or decreased, and we're comparing it to the original amount. So where we started at. And our answer is going to be expressed as a percentage. Our percent of increase, that's when the amount is larger than the original. So we're going to call that a percent of increase. It's going to tell us how much something has grown. The percent of decrease is going to tell us how much something has decreased or reduced. And that's when the new amount is smaller than what we started with. So, why is this important? The first thing is we want to make sure that the work that we're doing is something that we can actually apply to real world situations. So, a real world example of a percent of increase is, I'm sorry, a percent of decrease. Let's say we go to the store, we go buy a pair of shoes, and we see that it's on sale. So if it's on sale, then that means that the price is less than the original, which means that will be a percent of decrease. Another example, let's say that we woke up this morning, noticed that it was maybe 70 degrees. Now we go outside and it's 85 degrees. So the temperature has now increased. So that would be an example of a percent of increase. And so we can measure that using percentages. And then another example, I mean, there's many, many examples out there, things that are around us that we could actually find out about increases and decreases. But the third example that we have here is just talking about business. So um, a business it exists because they want to make a profit. So we want to see, well, how much did they increase? And if they're losing money, then it's called a percent of decrease. So these are some of the examples. We're going to learn how to solve these in these upcoming videos.